Are you recording me?
Shut up.
Are you...
I'm recording. We're in.
What do we say?
We're in this.
What do we say?
We need to do...
Can I get my thing that I've got lined up for
Wait, are we in
discussion?
Is this it?
That's it.
Fade into Daniel.
Alright, so I just had one thing lined up.
That's the title.
No one wants to do introductions? It's been a long time since D.
That's
here.
true. So, hey, it's me, Daniel. I'm back.
Okay, let's do your topic.
I just had one. I had a headline that I read the other day that kind of shocked me.
Mm-hmm.
This crushed cheese, it needs to move.
There's not much thought into it. Just some reactions.
Okay.
The headline is massive semen explosion after blaze hits
Oh,
artificial insemination
yeah.
facility. Firefighters forced to dodge projectiles.
Oh, yeah. But they left it at that. That was the worst part.
The thing that I like about this is the idea that it's like one of those like hell shooter games, like Ikaruga.
A bullet hell,
Yeah, where you're just like constantly raining down. You can't do anything but.
I just...
Firefighters power up. They've got two little firefighters on the side that shoot like.
Yeah. What's the protocol for semen storms?
I don't know. I mean, what can you do?
Well, you know,
Take it.
do you remember what they taught us about tornadoes?
Duck and
Where
cover.
we used
Spin
to
the
live?
other way around.
You gotta spin the other way around.
Reverse the trick.
Yeah, it falls apart.
Clap very quickly.
What is that? To stop thunder?
You shoot it back.
I don't know.
Like it's coming right at you.
How do you stop a hurricane?
Didn't you see Twister?
With Bill?
Twister's not about hurricanes. What am I doing?
I saw Gummo, so
How did you make it
really
through?
good.
I didn't watch Gummo.
I watched all of it.
Yeah,
Joseph
Chris-
started it one night.
I've seen all of it. It's horrible.
The best part is
the ending sequence.
I was gonna say the best part is showing your friends the trailer and not watching it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
actually the best part.
This looks weird.
I'll be like, wow, that's crazy. I'm not gonna watch that.
Come on.
It's actually, you know what? It's a movie that you say, man, I want to watch that, and then you never do.
That's the
Because
thing.
It's awful.
That's the farthest it can go.
It's
Yeah.
nothing.
like
It's not,
when you watch it, the joke's over.
Yeah.
it.
Are any other movies like that? Birdemic. Like it's just fun.
Sharknado.
But is that?
That's it. If
Is that
you
Sharknado?
watch it, it's bad.
But that's not.
No,
that's
that
not
Sharknado was never
genuine.
good.
Here's the thing about Sharknado that my understanding is it's
Shark Gummo.
it's something. those movies definitely played on. They knew.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
It's
they
on
knew
purpose.
they knew how ridiculous it is, but the thing is, it never crossed back into so bad it's good. It's so bad. It's so bad.
It's just bad.
It's underwhelming.
Tara Reid was
Old Adam Sessler line was something. He was describing a video game. He's like, "It's not even so bad it's good. It's so bad it's gone past being good and back to bad again."
Yeah, I mean,
Cess lines.
Sessler soapbox.
Oh, I miss him.
He's great.
I follow him on Twitter.
He is angry on Twitter.
He's very political too. Mm-hmm. But I mean, that's fine.
He's from Berkeley.
Well,
he's a Berkeley man.
I don't know what more to say about the Seaman Cow event.
What more can be said?
The bull riding
Just
fist.
thoughts and prayers.
Bless their hearts.
Go to the description. We'll have a donation.
Beto
link.
comes in and takes all the cows away.
Cleans it all up.
I guess we'll clean this up.
What would he use?
Fucking clean this up.
Huge Swiffer on a skateboard.
Yeah,
Oh, he's mopping it up on a skateboard.
that's what he'd say. The fucking president would go, "Oh no,
What was that?
that's just we'll put it back in, folks. Don't worry."
Okay. Something wild. And I hope this hasn't been something that's been asked a lot, possibly by you or anybody else.
Okay.
When you're watching Beto,
Right.
and he launches into Espanol, what do you feel?
I
That's an
feel
interesting
As someone who can
question for
speak
you. Yeah.
This is important because we don't have this opportunity often.
Not even just speak it. It's as someone who. I mean, it was my first language. Like when somebody speaks Spanish to me, it digs deep.
Oh, quit being a gatekeeper.
And it needs but
I'm kidding. Jesus.
Here's the thing. So I know his involvement with El Paso. I know
He's
that
from El Paso.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, I don't have any doubts about his genuine feelings about the city of El Paso.
Right.
But I do feel like he's using me for political gain.
Appropriated.
Yeah. He it's
He's
almost
pandering.
Yeah, he is pandering. But the thing is, he's not pandering to me. He's pandering to white people who can't speak Spanish, making it seem like he's part of us.
Exactly.
And the thing about it is, I'm not offended by it. It's just kind of like it seems.
It's
in
like
bad
a
taste.
faux pas.
It seems in bad taste because the thing about it is, I know how he actually feels about Mexicans, and he feels, he has compassion for Mexicans. But when he goes on these like dick measuring contests about being able to speak Spanish, it's a bit offensive. Like, and I say that as somebody who actually kind of likes what he's going for, but
I just.
It doesn't ring well for me.
I just don't think
doesn't
he
seem genuine.
segues in a natural way.
Yeah.
It'd be one thing if he took a question from the audience and it was someone who he knew was a speaker.
Right.
And
I
was
would really enjoy it if at one point he was just like, "Oh, I'm sorry, it's just so natural for me."
Oh,
Sometimes I just kind of slip into
Oh,
it.
jeez. The thing about it is, I like him a lot, but I'd like him more as a senator than a president. I think he's a much better fit for senator.
That's a lot of
for him to
politicians.
answer and then someone just go,
Oof.
Robert.
Oh!
Imagine that. Imagine if
Phil Anselmo.
Yeah, imagine if Joe Rogan had Phil Anselmo.
A moderator for the debates.
Robert Francis O'Rourke.
Robert.
I don't know. It's just. I
Her
don't know.
name's Francis.
Well,
it is.
I like punk rock pizza rolls. So when I go into the voting booth, and that's one of his selling points, punk rock pizza rolls.
Damn right, I'm going for it, man.
Well, he skateboards too. A presidential kickflip is on the way.
I think he's ever eaten them on.
The only reason I said this is because I want that to be the title.
Presidential. How long do you have that one baking? Is it ready? Is it golden brown?
I'm just gonna tweet presidential kickflip for fun.
He had a Reddit Ask Me Anything this week,
An Emma.
and somebody asked him, "Can you do a kickflip?" And he just said, "No, I cannot."
Damn it!
At least he's honest. That's the kind of things we need.
Presidential,
in politicians.
presidential pop shove it.
So the thing about it is just like, it went really bad. His thing went
kickflip?
really bad.
Oh.
The AMA went really
It
bad.
didn't
But
get enough rotation.
I do appreciate what he did, because the thing is, his whole thing is like, the biggest stain on his career is that he had not drunk driving. It was a
Yeah, he had a DUI.
Yeah, he said driving under the influence. And somebody asked him about it. They're like, "Hey, do you still drink?" And he says, "Yes, I occasionally have a beer."
Yeah.
He says, I regret doing that, but I do occasionally have a beer.
I regret having a beer.
And so, like, I appreciate he's honest, and the whole, I'm cussing, so it makes me feel more.
That I wanted to bring that up.
Yeah.
The cussing is too deliberate. The cussing,
It's-
I guess got me saying the cursing
Yeah.
is too deliberate. It's contrived, and it's
calculated.
premeditated.
Trying to make headline.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just.
Yeah, can we not?
Well, we're
yeah.
only on Beto. It's not like we're launching into
No, but
We can.
dirty word. No. We need to keep it down to one politician a podcast.
okay.
You're in Texas. Beto's a good place.
And that's another thing I want to say.
That's true.
It has been interesting to finally see Beto.
Beto stuff. Yeah.
I have not seen it.
You know what's
anywhere.
funny
A lot
though
of
is that
Beto
you
stuff.
live closer to Houston than El Paso is to here.
That's crazy.
Yep.
That's so crazy.
But yeah, no.
Okay.
A lot of rainbow Betos.
Yeah, Rainbow Beto's good.
Welcome to Texas. We're the only place that measures time in miles. I mean, we're the only place that measures distance in time.
Light years.
Well, okay, political stuff is done.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't get deep in. We discussed the highlights.
Right.
So, what do you
Stop recording. No, okay.
Okay, it's still going.
leave that in?
I was about to be upset.
Are they closed?
Fuck, man.
Who? Okay, you ever been a Beach Boy fan, Daniel?
I like the Beach Boys.
Did you retire from it?
I've dabbled.
You dabbled in it. Have you ever been to the Wilsonian?
What the hell is that?
That's a weird Smithsonian joke, but
Like a Brian Wilson joke?
does anyone know Brian Wilson stories?
No.
Does anyone have a good one?
Yeah. No.
You don't have a good...
I don't know the guy.
What? How would you...
He's a schizophrenic.
Call him once a week. But I've got a good Brian Wilson story. And
Okay.
I know Chris is a fan.
Dennis Wilson.
Who's Dennis?
He's in the Beach Boys. He was heavily involved with Charles Manson.
Crazy thing, they're unrelated.
Dennis? That's not true.
I'm just kidding.
No, the Beach Boys actually were... Oh, no. Dennis Wilson, Brian's brother, was like somewhat involved with the Manson gang. I don't remember exactly what it was, but
What? Well, this is a story.
60s like LA bands were
In some way involved.
something. Yeah.
Okay, there may be a lull here because I need to pull this up. I had it queued earlier.
Do you sometimes think about that? How? So I was listening to a podcast. The way I start all of my sentences now.
That's true.
So I was listening to a podcast about the kidnapping of Frank Sinatra's daughter.
Oh, Jesus.
His son, and Frank Sinatra Jr.
Frankie Jr.
Yeah, Frankie Jr.
Little Frankie.
And they were talking about how at the time that it happened, Frank Sinatra was being investigated for connections to the mob. And I think about this sometimes, just like who like what big stars before the age of all of us knowing everything about everyone, and like something like that could ruin a career. Mm-hmm. I wonder who has some shady shit that we will never know about.
Absolutely.
Like what other Chuck Berry fart tapes are there out there?
Oh, that's a big one. That's a crazy one. Well, this is funny. You guys made me... You in particular made me think of this shit that's going on with Tekashi 6ix9ine now.
Oh,
I don't care about
Yeah, but Cardi B has been named as a member of the what? Blood Royals or some shit?
Treyway Bloods.
I don't know. You just made me think about
Cardi
that.
B wasn't a gang. She was like a blood.
I mean, she was a criminal.
Bloods, right?
Like, she admitted...
I thought she was just a stripper.
Last year
she openly said she was like part of some major gang.
And what she also said was that she would like drug dudes and rob them.
Now that I did hear.
Yeah.
Yes. Just a great person overall.
Yeah.
But Brian Wilson, I've been wanting to talk about this because Chris chose Let's Go Away for a While, right? A while back, and
Pet Sounds is one of my favorite albums.
I've been trying to get further into the Beach Boys because
Pet Sounds is the album.
Yeah, but it's
kind of like pre Sgt. Pepper Beatles. It's all just like kind of fun pop, like
and then it crosses a line to something a little more existential and
profound.
Exactly.
Well, they grew up.
Yeah, I mean, that was a big point of Sgt. Pepper, but
Pet Sounds was Brian Wilson's pet project himself. Like he arranged all of that, while the other members of the band were like, "This is insane. We have to not do this. This is not going to sell." But
I am just a little bit fascinated by Brian Wilson. I know plenty are, but I heard this story. I did a little research on. Has anyone ever heard of a? It's not a standard quite, but a lot of people have covered it. A song called "Shortening Bread."
I don't think so.
It's this old song. It was like it wasn't like a spiritual or anything, but a ton of people covered it, and it's really annoying and upbeat. Da 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 da, shortening bread. Anyway, I'm gonna read this from a Reddit repost that I found.
Cool.
During the 1970s, the principal songwriter Brian Wilson was reportedly obsessed with the song "Shortening Bread." It's this silly little song, recording more than a dozen versions of the tune. Alex Chilton recalled receiving middle-of-the-night phone calls from Wilson asking him to sing on a recording of "Shortening Bread." Can I play like a snippet of it? You think it won't get like...
No.
I don't know who did the original.
20 seconds or something?
Yeah, you need to hear "Shortening Bread." It's just the most inane song.
You need to hear "Shortening Bread."
Is it as good as Beans?
So that's what Brian said.
Yeah, he's like, I need to hear
So many people have covered it, and apparently there's racist undertones to it.
Oh, just like everything. I don't know what that is.
Mamma's little baby loves shortening, shortening. Mamma's little baby loves shortening bread. Mamma's little baby loves shortening, shortening. Her little baby loves shortening bread.
I'd never heard this.
Really?
No.
I felt like that's just public domain.
How does someone like Brian Wilson become attached to something?
Because he's
like
a schizophrenic and he has a lot of issues.
Regardless.
But he's also a musician, so that's probably like
He's
in
obsessive.
his wheelhouse. Like,
regardless, this thing that he's just obsessed with it and has to record it with multiple people. Anyway, he was telling this guy, Alex Chilton, that he had the perfect voice for it. And then Mickey Dolenz, who's Mickey Dolenz? I've heard that name before.
I've heard that name too.
Wrote in his autobiography that while tripping on LSD with Wilson, John Lennon and Harry Nilsson, he remembers Wilson playing Shortening Bread on piano over and over again. Elton John and Iggy Pop were mutually bemused by an extended, contumacious Wilson-led sing-along of Shortening Bread, leading Pop to flee from the room proclaiming, "I gotta get out of here, man. This guy is nuts."
whoa.
Yeah.
Beach Boy Al Jardine speculates that Wilson's obsession with the song may have begun after he had co-written the song Ding Dang with Roger McGuinn in the early 70s. McGuinn explained that Wilson had one day come to his house for amphetamines while escaping from his therapist.
Yeah.
After
Played
McGuinn...
by Paul Giamatti.
Ooh. After McGuinn spent some time crafting Ding Dang with Wilson, he went to bed. The next day, he awoke to Wilson still awake and still playing Ding Dang.
Holy shit.
On piano. Only one lyric was ever written. "I love a girl and I love her madly. I treat her so fine, but she treats me so badly." During sessions for the Beach Boys' Love You, engineer Earl Mankey noted that everybody who showed up got subjected to Ding Dang.
All one lyric of it.
I do have...
This is insane.
I have a Brian Wilson story, actually. You're not gonna...
Please.
You're not gonna believe it.
Please.
There's this rumor that, like, he had just, like, kind of discovered LSD. And this is, like, documented thing. Like, it's in... There's several movies.
For the
about
record, originally... They made it to treat LSD or something?
I don't know.
Was that the idea? Like it was supposed to be a treatment for schizophrenics?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But
Either way.
Isn't it LSD that can uncover schizophrenia?
I don't know.
It
can create it.
It can overtime. It can overtime
Yes.
recover it. So if like
See,
it can have.
I thought it didn't create it, but that it was like a latent thing that you
yeah,
could have.
people, yeah,
and it can-
people who have had history of schizophrenia are more likely to develop it earlier in their life if they had done LSD in the past.
Anyway, I heard this rumor that Brian had called Michael Caine of all people to get him to read some of his book to him.
Nice.
You're dirty. You can't do that. You can't bring that in. No one's gonna know what that is.
It was for myself.
No, I was playing a strange series of excerpts for Michael Caine. I may insert them into this.
Yeah, I was about to say, can we throw those in really quick?
Do you want to play them for Daniel?
Play a couple.
You don't have another working USB.
No.
Damn. I've got them on this.
That makes sense. Like I can believe that though for somebody who's schizophrenic. There's a what is it? Have you ever seen that picture of the artist who did paintings of cats? He's
Yeah.
schizophrenic, and as his dementia and schizophrenia evolved,
Ugh.
he became more obsessed with painting cats, and they became like fractal and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
I've never understood. Like I know a lot about bipolar disorder because of someone in my family, but I have never understood schizophrenia. And so this idea of the obsession that can come along, like I'm coming in here, like look at Brian Wilson and the Ding Dang and the Shortening Bread, but it's just like I didn't know this was a big part of it.
There's a pretty good movie about Brian Wilson's life called Love and Mercy. And Paul Giamatti, I think, won some kind of like a Golden Globe award for his portrayal as his therapist. It's pretty interesting.
Like I know,
You always think of the Beach Boys as like this innocent little like boy band.
That's what makes this all fascinating to
Yeah.
me.
No, Brian Wilson's like a very tortured soul. It's pretty
And
interesting.
didn't he like install a piano in a room filled with sand for the writing sessions of something?
I don't know.
At one point, like
I mean, listen to the
man.
lyrics of God Only Knows.
Yeah.
Like, it's a great song. There's a scene in that movie where like his father finds the lyrics like written on a note. He's like, "This is a goddamn suicide note."
but yeah, that sort of compulsiveness can be interesting.
It's wild.
I have a family member who has OCD, like legitimate,
The real
diagnosed OCD. You know, the kind that like they have to flip a light switch 7 times before they leave the room.
Tendencies like that when I was little, but nothing like a
But
real OCD.
but it's obsessive. It's like if they don't do that, they have a mental breakdown.
Life altering kind of obsession.
I saw a documentary about it, and like this guy's talking about how his like mom has had like legit OCD. He talks about how a couple years ago she got the idea into her head that somebody might be putting glass inside sugar packets. So what she does is she tears open sugar packets before putting it in coffee, and she like pours it on the table and kind of like messes around with it before putting it in her coffee. She does that with everything.
See, when I was younger, I had weird little things where, like, I had tics. Mm-hmm. I've got an anxiety disorder, but that has nothing to do with this. I would have to pop my neck in series of 3, and occasionally I would get to the third one, and it would feel like there was tension building. And so I said to myself, "Well, I've done it 3 times. I should be satisfied. What if I did it in a series of 3 times?" And I would keep doing it, or my jaw, or my knuckles, and there was just this overwhelming pressure to keep doing it. It was really crazy,
It's not
man.
like the exact same thing, but when I was in I guess junior high or middle school, whatever, and we were learning how to type, like by not hunting and pecking and looking at the letters.
Which I was faster than the teacher that knew how to use all of her fingers. Anyway,
we did it so much that was like basically our computer class. We just type.
Yeah.
It was like words per minute.
You gotta get them up.
And things like that. I still do it to this day sometimes. I was so obsessed with that when I would think or like say words, my fingers would move to the keys like this.
Whoa.
I would just be like,
that's cool.
I still think about that. Like, oof.
Damn.
Man.
You mentioned Michael Caine. What's your favorite Michael Caine film, Daniel?
Batman.
Stop.
Favorite Michael Caine? My favorite.
That's a good podcast.
My
title.
favorite Caine.
We've already had Michael Caine Mudvayne.
Oh, that's right. Michael Caine's back. I never thought there'd be a trend.
Honestly,
fascinating.
Honestly, you know what might be?
Say he's good in Inception.
I think my favorite Michael Caine movie might be Secondhand Lions.
I've never seen
Is he
that.
in that?
He's one of the uncles.
I really liked him in Radio.
He was in radio?
No, he was not.
Okay, let's see. I
played radio.
Oh! Could you imagine that? Him riding down that buggy, down that hill. Blind me! Hands in the air. That's bad. I need to backpedal. Well, the reason I bring this up is because Michael Caine he narrates his own autobiography.
Bring it up, I brought it up.
Well, I'm bringing it back up from the OCD talk we should get back into. Off the record. But Michael Caine narrates his own autobiographies. Who could do such a thing?
Autobiographies? Like, plural?
Yeah, I didn't even
He has multiple.
What does he even need
He has
one?
books on
Is
acting.
the point is that you should have one?
He has books on acting.
He couldn't decide. He's a schizophrenic.
Oh no! It's all
My multiple lives.
it's all coming together.
That's when I changed my name from Brian to Michael.
Boy. Oh, that's good. That's good.
That's when I knew I was fucked.
Daniel brought it home.
There you go. At the park, baby.
I'm gonna add like a sound effect there, like a perfect ball hit, home run. The audience screams in exultation.
A real crack of the wood. Just.
You remember you called big shit a porcelain cracker? It sounds like a racial.
Big shit. What's big shit,
Dude,
It's like real big fish.
dude, I love. What's the word? What's the word when you substitute a word for a nicer word? It's a
Cussing.
It's the opposite.
It's a not innuendo. It's a
Euphemism.
Euphemism. I love euphemisms for stuff, especially potty stuff. Like the Oval Office. When people say that,
That's pretty good.
the porcelain throne.
Listen,
I love that
listen.
stuff, man.
Oh,
Speaking-
Cersei got it.
Speaking of porcelain thrones,
Tywin got it.
Michael Caine. If I told you Michael Caine has made comments on bathrooms,
Like
Thank
what
God
else?
I wore brown pants.
no, you can't spoil.
Sorry.
So I found a podcast a while back called The Best Show. Tim Heidecker was on it with James Adomian. And
James Hetfield.
Tim Sharpling, the Best Show host, it's an okay show. It's mostly like call-in, silly, freeform thing. He extracted some of the best clips for The Best Show.
Yeah.
of Michael Caine narrating his own autobiography.
Do you imagine having to strip a poop sack out of Michael Caine's back
Mud
like
vein?
a shrimp?
Stop. Anyway, I'm just gonna let this go.
This show was called MUT.
You guys, I'm just gonna let this go. I want us to give our thoughts and prayers. And welcome to Michael Caine Mudvayne.
The Lansdowne studio itself, I wanted to go for a pee, and they directed me to the toilet. I could smell it 50 yards away. When I got there, I found the filthiest toilet I've ever seen in my life. I went outside and peed up against the soundstage wall, which I noticed several other men had done. So this is where my career had ended. I got myself in the toilet. I'm done. Back then, Beverly Hills, which now features some of the world's most expensive and luxurious boutiques, was quite a sleepy place with just a few shops, including, bizarrely, a hardware store on Beverly Drive. I once nipped in there for a ball of string, and there was Fred Astaire looking for sandpaper. When I was lining up by the till, I found myself beside Danny Kaye, who was buying a single light bulb. It was in that store that I had
This is so good.
as my most terrifying experience in America. I was browsing through the power tools
I love the way he
popped
says
my head
that.
around a corner, and there in the next aisle was Klaus Kinski buying an axe. Never has a shop full of DIY aficionados cleared so quickly.
He sounds like he's fading.
Oh, Tim.
Fading.
He's really catching his breath.
There were many highlights. 6 there was screws.
You can just stop it.
He was buying all kinds of hardware.
You don't know what's real and what's not.
Culture in his poor little cartoon prints.
It's pretty good.
Success or failure,
Here we go.
we all need our own personal survival kit to see us
That's
through.
the first time anyone's ever.
For me, it's feeding the ducks with my 3 grandchildren, making chill-out music compilations.
Chill-out music.
CDs, and I've even made one of my own.
Here's a good one.
There were many highlights of that night, but I'll never forget rapping with iced tea. I actually surprised myself I wasn't bad.
Dude, did I write this?
My name's Mark.
I know, it's like someone's feeding a
I love to act.
I was browsing the power tools. I like to kill cops.
Stop. No, wait, the best one's coming.
Because they're cops.
I'll cut this out, but the best one's coming.
Michael Caine, and I like to act.
Tim, stop.
When you hear my raps, you'll think you're gone cracked.
Thank God for dark brown trousers.
Wait, that's not it.
The final blow came when we were shooting in the...
Here we go.
What?
We were staying in a beautiful hotel, Amal Villas, which boasts that you can see the Taj Mahal from every Taj Mahal, and I can vouch for this.
Atlantic City.
Although I would have preferred not to. I had obviously eaten something that disagreed with me, not I hasten to add from the hotel restaurant.
Why are they all
Found
poop
myself
stories?
confined to the toilet one afternoon. And yes, you could even see the Taj Mahal from there. Oh my God!
I'm sorry, I just needed to share it. I just needed to share it.
It's all poop stories.
Well, I'm not the one who curated it. That's Tim Sharpling.
Like, do you start to focus on that as you get older? Like, is that how often you go poop?
Look,
just
Why was he buying a single ball of string?
I popped you a full ball of string.
I nipped
What was he
in.
doing? Like, nipped in for a ball of string like he's like a playful cat.
It's just he remembers. It's just like he's buying a single light bulb.
I really, like, the way I
So
envisioned
strange.
him speaking was like every part he has in Interstellar where he's like on his deathbed, he's like, I popped in for a bottle of string. He's like giving him a lesson.
I just wasting his final words on this garbage.
Just
Telling a story.
the idea of anyone suffering on a toilet and they look up
The
in
Taj Mahal.
in a moment of respite and there's the Taj Mahal.
It's like taking a shit and it's like your roommate just walked into Anne Orlando.
Oh, what the fuck? That's a deep cut not for our podcast.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, tell me about it.
What a ride. Alright, I've got a couple more things to say before we reel this one in. Can you guys believe it's already been 4 hours?
I know.
Wait, how long is it, Chris? What's the real count?
31 minutes.
Oh, that's good.
It's 6 days. Just
We've just lost.
Sweating.
Daniel, you played a little bit of Untitled Goose Game.
yeah.
What's that about?
You're
You were at the helm. I've never played it.
goose that's up to shenanigans. So Basically, the idea it's a puzzle game, really.
It's Hitman with Goose.
Yeah, you have a series of objectives in your to-do list, and they're all
What
like.
was one of them like? Make the gardener cry or something.
Yeah, it's like it's a
Steal
bunch.
his child.
No, it's
Make him cry.
It's make the the one that like would probably be the most painful is make the gardener hit his thumb with a hammer.
So bad. What a bad
It-
dude.
it- That's the thing is it's all-
Maybe hit my finger.
It's all mischievous stuff, and you have to come up with ways to like get those objectives. It's a lot of fun.
Do you think it's gonna be like one of those big sprawling TV shows where at the end the main character who has questionable morals dies?
The Goose?
Like Breaking.
Benjamin.
There we go. You saved it. That's what happens at the end
What
of
I'm-
their career.
What I'm hoping.
Ben Burnley dies. Sorry, I know that name. What, Daniel?
What I'm hoping with this game is that.
There's a second one.
I think a second one would be cool. So some people.
I don't even know how the first
Some people
one
have
ends.
been making fan art. Some people have been making fan art of like that and the Link's Awakening.
No!
And so here's the thing about it. So I hope that this game
The
doesn't.
Goose comes out of the egg.
I hope that.
Oh, that's good! Sorry, I have to stop. That's good. Daniel, please. Sorry, that's good,
That's
though.
fine.
That's really good. Chris just slam dunked.
So what I'm hoping for this game is that it doesn't get caught up in stuff to try and be funny and random. What I like about the game is that it has clear objectives, and the game is definitely about itself. I don't want the game to like have a million spin-offs and be like, oh, it turns out the goose is like a mecha goose, and it's being
Solid.
it's being controlled by like something. I don't want it to have some dumb, random, like silly thing like that. I kind of like it.
Random.
I kind of like how silly it is and how simple it is. I hope it stays like
I
that.
just hope it doesn't become a hot topic game.
Do you?
Yeah, and that's what I'm scared
Oh,
of.
And
it's easy.
It's so primed.
It's
for that.
it's ripe for the picking for that
What's the
stuff.
Hot Topic merch? What's it going to look like? Like the goose is just on the shirt,
Like a pin, or it's
And it's a goose. It's just like goose merchandise in this style.
it's gonna be
It's a goose that just make the gardener cry.
it's gonna be a
Bro.
goose, and it's gonna say something like "up to no good" or something like that.
I would buy an enamel goose pin though.
Oh.
But that's why I draw
I'd buy a
the line.
Funko Pop.
I'd buy a goose like amiibo.
A Goose Amiibo! He's gonna be in Smash Brothers.
Goose
Yeah.
amiibo. Holy shit!
But like,
Where have we gone?
I like the game a lot. If they make a sequel, I don't want it to get all dumb and like conflated with other stuff that it doesn't need to be conflated with. Because the game is simple and it legitimately is just really fun. And I like.
Look, I think everybody should really thank Daniel for this. He stayed honest. He gave a real analysis. He wasn't silly. This is why I go to him.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Like really loud goose sound, just like
Like, put that in there.
like
Daniel, why'd you make that noise?
I didn't make that noise.
I popped in for an untitled Goose game.
I like it though. I forgive you
a
because
single session.
you had the egg from Link's Awakening parallel. That's pretty good. Two games that launched in the same
thumbnail.
day.
That's the thumbnail.
Ooh, that's good. Me and Chris did game talk mostly last
Talked
time,
about
so
Red
we
Dead.
won't exhaust you. Link's
Okay.
Awakening, Dark Souls 2. You don't need to hear the Dark Souls 2 talk.
There's
Nothing
plenty
to
of Dark
say.
Souls talk on
Nothing.
this podcast.
That's what this podcast
That's why
is.
I think it was less than 5 minutes, if that. What do you mean that's what this podcast is?
This podcast was a Bloodborne podcast for like a solid year.
Stop.
Yeah, it was.
Stop.
The Christmas cast of 2016 is just Bloodborne.
Stop.
Fucking thumbnails. The
Oh yeah, the fucking thing with the Christmas hat.
I mentioned
Carl.
it.
Yeah.
We mentioned.
Dark Beast Karl Marx.
God. I'm gonna take us in a new direction.
All right.
So let's get to YouTube.
Okay.
What do you think are
Fortnite.
some of the worst trends on YouTube in recent years?
I just
and I don't.
entered it.
Fortnite.
No, has anyone seen this trend?
Mukbang.
This I know you guys have seen.
Mukbangs are
So, okay, let's say you looked up a music video you like,
Right.
and it's a little bit popular. You know, I'm not saying anything about your taste, but anyway, you go on there and you look in the comments because you want to hurt yourself, and someone does this thing where it's literally nobody colon comment, then underneath it, me.
Yeah.
What the fuck happened?
I have a problem.
You can't see any video with that.
I have a problem with that meme because it's just like it's a double negative. Nobody's saying nothing. You know what I mean? Like
they're really not saying anything.
Well, that's the thing. It would make more sense if it was everybody colon and then nothing, not nobody colon and then nothing.
I don't like anything where the trend is just aggressive and there's no. I don't find a payout or a payoff from it. Like what? What do people get?
Did you prefer we go back to the fucking arrow to the knee jokes? Like,
hey, that'd be refreshing. It's so old that'd be like funny if someone did that.
That's true.
Let's say you said, I gotta say something funny. And you went into the YouTube comments and it's like, I'm gonna use this template. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
What's the effect?
Yeah.
What does it do?
You know what actually is
fake internet points.
And it took off so hard in 2019.
One of the worst ones. This is just meme culture. Oh god, meme culture in general is just like it amazes me. Like the popular one right now is the I'm a head out thing, the SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Oh, that's been going for years.
But here's the thing: it gives people that have nothing to say something to say, and it just bothers me.
Is it
it's
something?
not. But it's nothing.
It's a template.
So there's always somebody. It's going to be the top Twitter comment to any popular post. It's like SpongeBob getting up. It's like, why even bother?
Yeah.
Like, it's just understood at this point that this is like, I don't know. It's like plagiarism.
The come up on that one has been really weird, though. That meme was boiling for years.
I'd never seen that.
I saw trickles of it a long time ago, and it just slowly started getting more intense as time went by.
It's amazing how SpongeBob is like the meme template.
Well, you remember the fucking caveman.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
That shit. I think I sent you something because Barndo shared something from like 2016, I think.
Yeah.
What happened?
SpongeGar, that thing.
Call of Duty and that's fucking.
Oh, yeah!
What the fuck? Who's looking at that?
I get how it's SpongeBob. It's
because everyone knows
the most relatable thing to anybody who can use a phone.
General public.
I've never related to that show.
Oh, that's insane. That is insane.
That's not
because,
normal though. Most people love SpongeBob.
Yeah.
I mean, I like some of it, but I don't relate to it. It's a fucking sponge at the bottom of the sea.
Right, but like it's. I can't think of anything popular culture wise that is as deeply rooted.
It's shared.
Yeah,
like everyone knows
exactly.
it.
Like who out there is saying they hate SpongeBob? Or I'm not even just hate SpongeBob, but I don't know what SpongeBob is.
Yeah, it's
everyone knows what SpongeBob is.
True. It reaches to all corners.
Yeah.
It's basically an emoji.
But is that what it is? That we have to relate to the fact that we commonly share this thing, and then suddenly anything involving it gets a rise out of people's like, yeah.
Well, that's what memes are. That's what memes are.
Why do people want it? Is that a connectivity?
Because they feel like they're contributing, but they're not using any brain power.
We've been analyzing memes for years.
Was it me and Jesus were talking about accessorizing like anxiety and depression recently?
Right, it's not good.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Beast.
Oh my god, I forgot about
Now,
Mr. Beast.
Daniel, some time ago,
Right.
I was bitching without any like substance or anything to back me up about Mr. Beast. You know, just fuck that guy, I don't like him.
He's the guy that just hands out money.
And you were like, well, you gotta give him credit because, you know, he did the stream where he choked himself for 30 hours, or what did he do? He does
stuff like where he counts to a million.
And it's like, you gotta at least give him props for that. Then
he puts effort in at least.
Finally, after some time, I don't know if I sent you something about him.
I sent you something.
Something came back from Chris about it.
His big thing is that he just gives out money to people.
Yeah.
It's like $10,000 shopping trip,
and
giving
it
to the homeless.
10 times it back.
All I could think about is where the fuck is he getting this? It's just sponsors.
It's sponsorships.
So it's like a gamble.
Yeah.
These sponsors gamble on him getting enough views, so they give him $10,000 to do something, and then they make the money back.
Right.
So here's a little excerpt, I guess, from some article I read. So the guy's name is something Donaldson. This is where it starts. It's something that Donaldson has acknowledged in previous videos. One video in particular, titled "Giving My Mom $100,000," includes a back-and-forth conversation with his mother about the donation. While she refuses the gift at first, he explains that he needs to give the money away, a combination of sponsorship cash and his own personal earnings to keep his channel going.
Holy shit.
Quote, "If I don't give it to you, I don't have a viral video," Donaldson confesses. "So you're using me for views?" his mother responds. "Yes, but you get the money too, so we're both happy."
Oh, jeez.
It's a gamble. That's what that is. I was wondering where this money came from.
Oh.
It's disgusting.
You ever notice how whenever he posts a video, within like 5 minutes, it's number one on YouTube?
20 million views.
And there's like the latest like Lil Nas X remix, and
like
underneath
10
that there's like a Taylor Swift video, but he's like top. And then PewDiePie's like fighting neck and neck to get in there. You ever just look at the fucking top trending section
Yeah.
It's awful.
to hurt yourself?
Well, I think okay, so
My empire of dirt.
I think YouTube has gotten a little better at not recommending me fucking garbage. I think like maybe it's because I fucking pay for YouTube Red, but it's.
I finally signed out for my PlayStation. I don't know how I got logged on your profile.
I can log you back in.
Thank you.
Believe me, like it shocks me when there's an ad before a YouTube video. Like that's how conditioned I've
this?
become. I was just like, what the fuck? You're telling me I have to wait 15 seconds to watch this video of these two Indian dudes building a hut in the woods?
I've seen those.
You see those videos?
You go.
It's a survivalist.
Yeah, that's survival shit.
People love it.
I told you.
I love it.
I told you about the
converted
thing that
you.
almost sent me over the edge to buy YouTube Red, which is I sometimes will put on like a long YouTube video to put myself to sleep.
Oh yes.
So I put on like a Matthew Matosis video or something, and had a mid-roll
Trying
ad,
to get into this.
like a little ad in the middle of the video. Someone bought an ad space for a Let's Play channel. It's like
3 hour
It was
long.
like a
They're very long.
It was
Every
a
now and then you get
3-hour,
one.
quote-unquote advertisement that was just him streaming a game. It was an advertisement that he paid for. And I woke up, I was like, what the fuck is this? It was just like, skip ad. I was like, it's been going for like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
That is insane that YouTube would even allow that.
It's real.
They paid the money for it, man.
And you contributed to like the time watched on his statistics.
Dude, you made
I probably gave him like $100. My God.
Dude, YouTube was like, holy shit, people.
This guy
like
loves this. You gotta use this guy more often.
Dude, I have had a personal war against not getting YouTube Red. I couldn't do it. But fighting against things I don't want to see.
Okay. I've got some Chrome extensions for you.
No. There's nothing that can be done about 2 things. No, it can't happen. It permeates every layer of our worldwide culture. And I'll tell you what those 2 things are. An easy one, obviously. Taylor Swift. You can't escape. Even if her name is not used, her face will appear. You cannot block some ads. You cannot block the fact that it's appearing in your trending because you brought that on yourself. But you should be able to. It should appear as a blank. Let's say, I don't want to see Taylor Swift. Okay, she's number 3 on top trending, and I'm checking that. It should be blank.
Oh, if you specifically
You should
block
not
it, like,
have to see her. If you have blocked her channel, her Vivo will still appear in the trending section.
I have a cocktail of extensions and things you can add to Chrome and
can't stop her.
or Firefox to block channels and to block keywords. I will share that with you, dude.
She's in an iPhone commercial.
It has changed my life, dude.
Look,
Here's the thing, right?
She probably has like countermeasures. This is like
I need a safe
whoa,
space
whoa,
for
like
Taylor
the Cold
Swift.
War.
Well, no, but here's the thing. So
Like she's just ready to launch.
there's
something
this extension that I use that blocks keywords and blocks channels. So anytime I see a video or something that I don't like, I literally type the word in that I don't want to see or the channel name that I don't want to see, and it blocks that entire channel from ever even being recommended to me. So let's say I will never click a video that says Taylor Swift. Never. I'll never click a video that says Khaled. I'll never click a video. I'll never click a video that says
Jordan Peterson.
Hero.
or Ben Shapiro or Jordan Peterson.
Fortnite, by the way.
Oh, stop it!
That like, and here's the thing. So I don't get why YouTube doesn't get that, because it's just like obviously they have
cash cow.
They want you to see it.
Obviously they have a financial incentive to
On the payroll.
They have a financial incentive because these people pay money to get more attention, and
Yes!
thus advertisers get more money for that. But the thing about it is, why isn't there an option for that if I know I'm never going to click it? Everybody has a keyword that they will never click. Everyone.
It's still in your consciousness. When you see it, you process it. It's in your brain.
Right, but it pisses me off when I see it. So
Exactly.
why would it even... I suppose the fact that we're even talking about Taylor Swift
Yes!
is that she's winning.
The WOM! She is present.
She's a brain amoeba.
But seriously,
We're probably gonna get a Taylor Swift
like I
ad
said
if we
before,
ever monetize.
I need a safe space from Taylor Swift.
My ads start showing up in Spanish on my phone if I'm hanging around my dad and he's listening to Mexican
That's
music.
crazy.
That's scary.
That's fucking crazy.
That's so scary.
But like, I should be able to. I tweeted about this a while back. The moment I see Taylor Swift or any of these, a certain group of pop celebrities, her in particular, my day is just fucked. It's just, I have to recover from it. And yeah, say what you will. Oh, you've got a problem, Jay. You got to get over that. I should be able to delete it from my life without destroying my access to the internet, without going outside and seeing her crossed eyes on a fucking billboard. There should be a way to keep it away.
There should be.
Same goes for Rhett and Link of Good Mythical Morning.
I don't know anything about them.
They are the furthest
terrible hair.
They are the furthest reaching YouTube channel. We were talking about top viewed videos, top YouTubers, PewDiePie and Mr. Beast, all this shit. Rhett and Link have their fucking tentacles in every
They're like the
layer
Fine
and strata.
Yeah.
And every fucking thumbnail is their fucking wide ass mouth open with a fucking pumpkin or some kind of orb or a gun right next to their fucking head. Well, I did an edit.
He did the gun. The orb. What was the orb about? It's like a spirit.
I don't know. They pose with this with their fucking mouth completely as open as wide as it can be.
Yeah.
And an object. And I just every time I see it, I want to fucking explode.
Oh, this is kind of unrelated, but I googled synonyms for like. Sometimes I'll just do that. I googled synonyms for like awesome, and one of the
You just do
Shut up.
That's a title. Synonyms for awesome.
And one of the things that came up in the Google synonyms was Rhett Link. No, it was amazeballs came up.
Oh my god!
I-
Sequel to Spaceballs.
Let's keep going.
Yeah,
All right, I'm sorry.
Let's completely gloss over that.
I'll leave.
Okay, he's gone. So we're talking about YouTube.
Come on, sit down.
Yeah,
Link.
Rhett and or Link.
We're gonna watch all the Red Link videos now that he's gone.
I don't know which one you.
Thank God.
Yes.
Couldn't deal with that.
Yeah, it's just like I was getting really fucking pissed off. He was talking about Rhett and Link.
Now I
like
can
that.
use my
Will
pomade.
it fry? Corpse challenge?
Giving a dead corpse $10,000.
Oh, Mr. Beast joined.
Killing my mom for $10,000.
This is getting out of hand.
Killing Michael King.
Oh no! The most terrifying moment of my life in
Was when
America.
Mr. Beast walked up.
Red Link and Mr. Beast.
It was a good mythical morning.
Oh! Oh God!
I woke up and the goose came out of the big egg.
No! This is scary.
It's all full circle,
This is
man.
scary.
Time is a flat disc.
That's it. Time is a flat disc. They're all flat. Time is a disc.
Time is a flat disc.
That's incredible, Danny. You've done this. You fucking did it.
Oh man. That's
Oh,
about as hard as I've laughed since Show Me the Coordinates to the Disaster Site. Mode.
that was a dark time.
I'm sweating.
What time at? I can't think after that joke, Daniel. You literally blew my mind.
Oh
Where
God.
are we at?
50.
Oh,
Holy
We got time to kill, boys.
Holy shit. This
fucking
YouTube segment got out of control.
Fucking Red Link.
But you can't get away from them. No, I know I can't
No,
say
I
it.
agree.
They're
Like
everywhere. You will see their face, not just until you die. Even
you
after. It's the last thing you see.
what is it?
It's carved into your tombstone.
There's a part in an episode of Futurama where Fry is asleep and dreaming, and he gets an ad in his sleep, like in his dream.
I believe
It's gonna be Red Link and Taylor Swift's new album.
I basically had an advertisement in my sleep of that goddamn fucking guy with the Twitch stream.
You bringing it back.
Do you remember when you woke up and there was fucking Eminem acapella?
That was scary.
Acapella.
No Beats edition.
It was just.
Marvin the Martian?
He might basically. That's about as close. That's the best description I've ever heard of Eminem. God.
Wait. Marshall the Marv.
Marvin the Marshall. That's the joke you were going for.
Marvin
the Marshall Matters EP. Man, Eminem.
Enema Man. The Enema Man also shows up.
Enema Man is so good.
Pat Robertson joint.
That's not Pat Robertson.
Yes, it was. Wasn't it?
No!
It wasn't him that said Snoopy Poopy
He's a
Poop.
politician.
Snoopy Poopy Dog.
I thought it was Pat Robertson. Who's like they're walking around with the pants on the ground.
No, it's Snoopy Poopy Poop Dog. Who did that? It's not Pat.
I thought it was Pat.
Stop it. Hold on.
Anyway.
I need to see who this is and play it on the podcast. Hold on.
Just look up Snoopy Poopy.
That's what I'm doing.
Enema Man.
Enema Man is so funny.
People obsessed over Snoopy Poopy Poop Dog, but Enema Man is way funny.
Yeah.
Okay, he looks very similar to Pat Robertson, but he's not as like unhinged. It's Alan Simpson. Okay, hold on. A rock intro.
If they care at all about their children or grandchildren, sometimes I doubt that. I think, grandchildren now don't write a thank you for the Christmas presents. They're working on their pants with their cap on backwards, listen to Enema Man and Snoopy Poop Dog, and they don't like them. If they care at all about their children...
Oh no, it's a fake! Oh no, this went south.
It sneaked up on you.
Eminem
came in.
Talk about the tentacles from like Taylor Swift. Now Eminem knows what we're doing.
Enema Man. Enema Man.
The Enema Man. What would he do?
He's the new Marvel superhero.
That just sounds like a terrifying.
Blows hot water up your ass.
Yeah, you wake up and you're like, whew, man, I'm feeling good.
I feel refreshed.
Yeah, I'm feeling...
He comes in the middle of the night.
He puts ads in your dreams.
Ads up your ass.
That's literally... By Taylor Swift.
That's Enema Man.
Adam.
Well, okay.
This is insane. Oh my god. That was only 3 minutes of that. We still got time.
We're moving too fast.
I'm breakneck speed. I'm sweating.
No, but I do definitely agree with that. Like, there are just some things you can't escape on YouTube.
You just can't use it.
Right, but okay.
You just can't use it?
I'm moving to Daily Motion.
Okay, so I told this to an older person who's a regular customer, and they'll sometimes ask me and my associates for like advice on stuff, like, and not even just computer related. They sometimes just seem like fascinated with the sort of tech that's available because they don't know much about it, and they'll just ask us, like, so what can I do about this? And I appreciate being able to talk to somebody about that. And they asked me one time, what do you watch the most? Because they were asking about like services and like television. Videos. Because the thing is, they wanted to get rid of cable, and they were like, "What's available to me?" They didn't know about Netflix or Hulu or any of that. They're like, "What do you watch the most?" And I told them sincerely,
"You go."
I sincerely, YouTube is the source of like content that I watch the most from. Like, I watch that more than Netflix, television,
me too.
Hulu, Amazon, everything else combined.
It's the Wild West.
I will legitimately say that I think I've watched a video on YouTube probably every day for the last 5 years.
Who you kidding?
Every single day. Like,
that's startling.
I can't say that of anything else in my life. And like,
I mean, I woke up all those days.
And for something to sort of intrude on me,
T Swift,
watching that, like enjoying the content that I want to enjoy, especially when I pay for that content, it sucks. It really sucks.
True. If you're paying,
I should have control over that.
That's like a betrayal of the customer's like faith and trust. You cannot do that.
Yeah, and that's why I'm using those extensions. I will never see. And then here's the thing about that extension that I like is you can actually follow people. So if you trust someone else's judgment enough, when they block a certain channel or a keyword, it will also block yours.
Ooh.
Like, it will automatically block it.
That's interesting.
So I will never see a Good Mythical Morning video. I'll never see I'm trying to think of who else.
Joey's World Tour.
No, that is the content I'm
exclusively expressed through traffic for me, man.
When I clicked YouTube.com, horrible. That is the first thing
to the landing page. Yeah. There's a splash screen of Joey and his buttery teeth.
You click
buttery teeth.
You press enter and you hear
holy shit. buttery. Oh God.
So I've blocked the word K-pop. I've blocked the word BTS, the letter BTS, the letters BTS,
The letter BTS.
in succession. I've blocked so much fucking garbage. Like,
But you don't look at the trending video. Tab.
No,
you know better.
Yeah,
I haven't learned. Sometimes
you gotta have your finger on the pulse.
Sometimes I want to be angry.
Morbid
I
curiosity.
want to be angry.
Yeah.
Is that bad?
No. Well,
I want
No,
to.
it's
okay,
why
actually,
we
no.
watched the Anthony Fantano Chance the Rapper review.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I agree, and it's
It
kind of
gives me
entertaining to
energy.
watch someone be upset.
The better answer is it is bad, but I agree with you.
I can't stop.
Yeah, me too.
It confirms what I already believe.
Yeah.
There's scary.
There are certain subreddits that I follow just to get pissed off. Like, there's a subreddit called "I'm a Total Piece of Shit," and it's about the worst fucking people on the planet, like the kind of people who like glue puppies together.
Oh
my god!
And it's just shit to make you pissed off,
insane.
and I can't have enough of it. Like,
That's
this is bad.
Well, not I can't
the
have enough
internet
of it.
has
glue
you.
fucking puppies together. My god.
But it's
wanna
fucking
see
people
that.
like that. But it's just you read about it, it's like, oh, like it's peppered into my like stuff that I read, and I'm just like, oh, I get pissed off, and then I just keep scrolling.
You ever watch death videos? Not like real ones, but like TV show and movie deaths.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah.
Like,
I'll look up like
Breaking Bad deaths.
Like, yeah, I was about to say, I want to see Jack die.
like I'll look up something like all Boardwalk Empire deaths.
Yeah, Richard Harrow, man, I watched it a lot.
That's slaughter in that hotel.
Man,
Death videos I will not watch though.
they're not real death, not snuff films.
Yeah, that stuff I'm like.
There was a like point in like late high school where I was like, "What is it like?" And I started looking stuff up, and I was like, "Okay,
it's bad.
Stop.
It's dark
Like,
web.
I caught like a fucking like ISIS execution video. I'm like,
whoa! I've come across one.
Okay.
Yeah, when you really see it, it's like
Somebody call me.
ISIS. Oh!
It's the apartment gate.
Michael
Again,
Caine.
somebody just called me. Like, so
Taylor Swift has entered.
So my apartment gate.
Someone called you?
Apartment gate.
Like they put in your apartment number?
Yeah. Okay. And
Why?
this is actually something that Krista told me that some people do, and I believe it. Some people just put random numbers until somebody opens it for them.
Oh, damn!
Like just like by habit.
I don't.
That's scary.
That's creepy.
You
that
should
they
talk
use
to
your
management.
exact number though.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Let's
That
use this
actually-
fucking rube. He has never protested.
It has like a sticky note on it.
You need to talk to them.
That's creepy. I don't like that at all.
Yeah, that sucks.
Someone just called your personal phone that you don't know. They know
Well,
your
like,
apartment number.
Yeah, it'll automatically just like
Ugh.
send it.
Guys, how long are we?
We're at an hour.
I need musics.
I
want to pick. Who goes? Do we spin the cigarette? Do we spin the USB drive that we can't use?
Spin the cigarette.
I'll spin the USB drive.
We have a bottle right here. That's not
Now we have a
cigarette.
cap on the floor.
Oh, we can't walk around with the caps on the floor and listen
Step
to
on it
Enema
and bleed
Man.
in the night.
Enema Man.
Bleed in the night.
All
right,
right,
who's
time
it?
is a flat disc.
The Enema Man will come and make you bleed. Oh, that sounded bad. That sounded bad.
Yeah, that's
Okay, spinning. Daniel.
It's the what? Come on.
I knew it was gonna hit you.
All right.
I just fucking knew it.
Just pick Wu-Tang, Bring the Ruckus.
Meant to Live, Switchfoot.
I need to connect to the
Red Link music video.
Oh
Mr.
God!
Beast rap battle.
Oliver Tree hurt.
Rhett and Link Unhinged.
Whoa.
Rhett and Link.
I know you had a Google Pixel. I almost bought one of those.
They're good phones.
All right, what do you got?
So I have
Yeah,
a
I don't
song
think the
called.
sound's on.
I have a song called. Oh, turn it on. I have a song called Amazonas by El Príncipe Idiota, which
By Beto?
is it's translated to the Idiot Prince, or the Fool Prince. They were a Argentinian alternative / indie band.
Whoa!
And I really like this song.
Let me at him.
A pedirte, dame una oportunidad, dale que hay que levantar a este equipo.
it's a 9-minute song, but that's like the first song of the.
I don't know if I would call. You said it was minimalistic.
Like
I don't know if I get that. There's too much to it for that.
You're right.
That song has so many textures to it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was very inventive and expressive too, emotionally.
Yeah.
And the funniest thing about it is the actual vocals are the least expressive part of the song.
Yeah.
They're good and they're competent and they accent it beautifully. Yeah. But the way that the interplay between the drums, the keys, and the guitar goes back and forth is fucking incredible.
Yeah.
In a very non-over-the-top way.
Yeah.
It's just pure. I don't know. I really like that.
I like that a lot too. It was really different.
And it kept me on my toes.
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
Like it kept introducing new sounds.
When they introduce a new sound,
that's really what I was trying to say, yeah.
Alright. Spin the USB. Fuck!
Right you again.
Yeah.
Mr. Beast
just
up.
restart the song.
Mr. Beast and Red Bull were just hanging out with us.
There you go.
Fine.
Mine's already connected. Okay, well.
I'll take over.
Well then, you know what? You put your song and then...
You go.
Oh no! I don't want to go yet!
You go.
Okay, so... Does anybody... I don't know. I try to break free of my mold.
Okay.
I've talked about this for years, and I play the same mold.
Mm-hmm.
But I hope to introduce something that is less indie-ish, because it's a bad curse. It's a bad curse. But I don't know if I am or not. I like this song because it's a simple beat throughout, but it goes through many transformations. Ooh. This is a band whose name I'm not very fond of. Drinker with California.
I travel 3 hours back. Out on the western seas, far from my enemies. And every bottle has a bottom. I'm just a glass away. I put my mask away. A dream so real. It keeps me from sleeping. Follow the leader till you're born again.
Man, I liked it a lot.
I didn't think that was that much like your other picks. I thought that was pretty...
I tried to break a mold.
Really different than...
Because they experiment with a little bit of... I don't know. It's just
You know what? Some of the synth in that reminded me of those Pond songs. Off of that.
I could see that, except Pond is so excessive with synth.
It...
Talk about... This one was a little more minimalistic, actually.
Yeah.
The drums were very sparse.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was
really
really,
powerful.
that was
Time they-
really cool.
Each time they came back, it was a little different.
What the thing with me about that song is, well, first I didn't expect it to be as like ambient as it was.
It was very ethereal.
And so like I can imagine the levels at which the song works, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like when it introduces an instrument, it's like the synths,
It's
or
like
when it starts like hitting the drums, I'm just like, okay, this is this part of the song at this point.
It plays with space.
I feel like
lot.
I can visualize the way that this song works,
Because
and that's really cool.
When you have something that just mindlessly drones throughout a whole song,
Yeah.
you get acclimated to it.
Yeah.
But they pull it out and then reintroduce it slightly with a variation. Including like claps, which I'm normally very offended by on a lot of beats, but it's a weird little song.
I like that a lot. That's really cool.
It's definitely not a catchy one, or anything, but it's haunting and kind of, like you said, atmospheric is a great word for it. And keys always help that. I don't know. What's next?
That was a good pick.
Thank you.
Spin the
That was
USB.
quite a bit different. As you know from the last podcast, I didn't come prepared, so I'm just kind of grabbing into my
Blow your
bag of
spot up.
tricks.
Sell it. Come on.
Yeah, dude, come on, just be like
Confidence.
I workshop this.
I called my dad about it.
That's a great.
He gave me his honest opinion.
I don't have a lot of like thoughts about this band in general. Some of their stuff I like, some of this, whatever. But there's a B-side to a Pixies album, and
I love you as always.
one of the a great song title is "Wave of Mutilation."
Whoa,
But this is
that's like a death song.
That's a fucking power trip, like
from like 1993 or something. Like, yeah.
Cease to resist, giving my goodbye. Drive my car into the ocean. You think I'm dead, but I sail away. On a wave of mutilation, wave of mutilation, wave of mutilation,
wow.
That was good.
It,
I haven't heard the Pixies in so long.
the thing
Man.
about the thing about this song
Oh
to
no,
me.
we gotta stop it. We gotta stop it. Taylor Swift's gonna come up.
Oh!
Oh, this is one of the other songs. Tobogán on the Loose.
Whoa.
Um,
Who got loose?
Oh,
Sorry, that was really dumb.
With that song, it's just like I liked it a lot because like with and maybe this is just my expectation of it, and especially with how explosive some of the Pixies sounds, the Pixies music.
That's a good word.
Can get the way like when you would cross into like the chorus or not when you would cross into the hook. Sorry, I don't know the exact words for it, but when you would cross into the chorus of the song. It sounds like it should be louder than it was. You know what I mean? Like it builds up to something and then it just kind of eases you back into it.
Like the pedal they were using was supposed to go to a distortion chorus.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Explosive.
Yeah, and then like it does feel like Waves on a Beach. It's just kind of like going back and forth with that. Like that. I don't know. It the song lulls you in a way. I like it.
I don't know. I thought it was exciting when the chorus would come in. But
That's cool,
That's
yeah.
because of the percussion. Because the whole song, the guitar is so gentle.
Yeah.
The lightest of clean strumming.
Yeah.
But right when the fucking chorus comes in, the drums pick up.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. It's really good.
That was good.
Percussion can drive a song in a really interesting way. Yeah. And there's that release right before the bridge segues into the chorus.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's interesting to see these sort of pop mentalities in this form of music.
Yeah.
I always like that. Like whenever it's sort of like a punk or like a more raucous kind of like raw sound, but you can still detect those calculated, interesting song crafting elements. Yeah. It's really cool.
This is a pretty solid 3 songs that we chose.
Yeah, like I said,
It's a good podcast.
Yeah.
they could be on a good playlist together.
Yeah.
Like they fit in a weird way, like emotionally, had a presence and timbre. I like this. Where do we end?
120. Or just about 20.
Yeah.
So who rides it out?
Enema Man.
The Enema Man's coming. What would the Enema Man do if he knew you?
That's good. That's good.